So we're obviously in a golden age of horror. Lots of scary stuff to talk about at the movies these days. And you know, this week we get a very interesting twist on a classic monster myth. Hey everybody, I'm Sean McBride, the movie guy, and today let's talk about The Bride.
Was I just the same before the accident?
It wasn't any accident. Everything we did it on purpose.
The Bride is a retelling of the Bride of Frankenstein movie, but in a way that gives the reanimated woman a lot more to say. If you recall the original 1935 movie, the bride basically just stands there and hisses at people. In this movie, she has a lot more to say. Plus, she gets to go on a cross-country killing spree, kind of like Bonnie and Clyde, in a very cool way. Now, that's Jessie Buckley who's playing the bride, and Christian Bale is Frankie the monster, and they're in love. But, you know, because they're reanimated corpses, people are trying to break them apart. Well, and the fact that they keep killing people, so there's that. Hey look, this is a decidedly unique twist on that classic monster myth. I mean, it's a love story. It's still the monster story here, and it's a feminist critique of that original movie and the myth behind it. I mean, in this movie, Christian Bale's Frankenstein's creature is definitely a supporting character here. I mean, this is about the bride. This is all about a woman who is struggling to find her identity in a world that's dominated by men. And in another change, that world is set in 1930s in Chicago and also New York later on. I mean, it's set in the world of mobsters and cops and robbers here. It's kind of an interesting twist. It's also set in the world of the golden age of Hollywood because the Frankenstein creature here is a huge fan of golden age movie musicals. I mean, look, I've been sat next to some very interesting people at the movies before, but never once did I wonder, I wonder if those two people are reanimated corpses. I mean, that would make the movies very interesting. So that's just one of the many interesting visual and story twists that Maggie Gyllenhaal puts on this story. And look, we can debate whether the story works or not, but visually, The Bride is quite stunning. A really good-looking movie. I also quite enjoyed the acting in this movie. I love Jessie Buckley. That would be Academy Award winner probably in a week or so. Jessie Buckley, I think she's doing great stuff here. And look, she is branded as a monster both because she is, but also because what she's doing and how she won't be quiet in this world dominated by men in the 1930s. I think that's a really interesting take from both her and from the director. I mean, it's little wonder that she starts this minor feminist revolution by her actions. And I also love Christian Bale playing the lonely and lovelorn creature. Now look, he just wants a romance, like those he's been seeing in the movies that he loves. So if I love the film's look, and I also quite enjoyed the acting, then why am I so hesitant to give a full-throated recommendation to this movie? Well, basically it comes down to one thing, and that would be the story, which is a mess. This is one of those films that's all over the place. It desperately needed a stronger focus. I mean, the girl power theme is fun, but it really doesn't add up to anything. Plus, there are all sorts of odd secondary characters that derail this movie. From Peter Skarsgård and Penelope Cruz playing these two detectives who are chasing the monsters, to Annette Bening and Jenny Berlin's playing gender-swap version of Dr. Frankenstein and Igor. This movie is all over the place. And don't even get me started to the multiple song and dance numbers, right down to the moment where the Frankenstein's creature is performing Puttin' on the Ritz, a la Young Frankenstein. Look, I love it when a filmmaker takes a big artistic swing, and this one certainly is a big artistic swing. And well, let's not call it a swing and a miss, but it's certainly not a home run. I mean, call it a foul ball, shall we say. I think there are some things that work in this movie, and I think there are a lot of things that simply do not. The movie is strange, it's in your face, that's both good and bad. I think the performances are great, like I said, but I just don't think that the direction is on point. It doesn't seem like Gyllenhaal has anything concrete to say here. She's making a movie that says girl power, up with girls even if they're monsters. I appreciate it that she's okay with them being messy. I just wish there was a point to all of this. So with that being said, I give The Bride a very intriguing 2.5 stars out of 4. So this is one of those movies that after the film ended and some of the audience members got up and left, one guy walked by me and he said, Well, that was interesting. He was being very kind. This is very interesting. I'm curious to see what people think about this movie. I suspect that the people who really like girl powers and audacious women filmmakers will find a lot to like here. But I also think the general audiences will be completely at sea with this movie. But hey, that's me. What did you think? Did you see the movie? Please comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Of course, subscribe to the channel so you get all my reviews just as soon as they come out. And of course, check out the podcast. It's called Two Movie Guys. And every week we chat about all the week's big new movies. So check out Two Movie Guys wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, those are this week's big new movie releases, but we've still got a couple of films to chat about, including a big horror film in theaters called Dolly, and then of course a big action film on home streaming. We'll talk about those next. See you then.